9 Symptoms of bad oxygen sensor. When the oxygen sensor gets faulty, it does not send the input data to the ECU with accuracy. As a result, the car starts to show several signs. It is better to change the oxygen sensor every 60,000 to 90,000 miles. If you ignore changing the oxygen sensor, it might damage the catalytic converter. For this reason, it is important to know what are the symptoms of bad oxygen sensors, so you could avoid further damage to the car. Here are the symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. Number 1. Check engine light. A check engine light is one of the symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. Whenever your car has a problem, the check engine light appears. The check engine light will blink if the oxygen sensor is bad or its wiring is faulty. You should have it checked by a professional to know the exact reason for the check engine light. Number 2. Rough engine idle. A rough engine idle is a symptom of a faulty oxygen sensor. A bad oxygen sensor makes the engine run roughly. A faulty oxygen sensor sends wrong data to the ECU, which affect the timing and air-to-fuel ratio, causing a rough or irregular idle. Number 3. Reduced gas mileage. Reduced gas mileage is also a sign of a bad oxygen sensor. A bad oxygen sensor affects gas mileage. The car uses air and fuel to produce power. When the oxygen sensor gets faulty, it sends wrong data to the car ECU, which miscalculates the information and disrupts the air-fuel ratio. A bad oxygen sensor can cause to send a high amount of fuel, which leads to increased fuel consumption. As a result, the car uses a high amount of fuel and you feel reduced gas mileage. Number 4. Engine misfire. Engine missing can also be oxygen sensor symptoms of failure. Sometimes a bad oxygen sensor causes a lean mixture. This lean mixture will cause to miss a combustion fire or misfire, especially when the engine is idle. This lean mixture will cause engine hesitation during acceleration, because there is too little fuel in the combustion process, which causes the hesitant engine. Number 5. Lack of engine power. A lack of engine power can be a bad oxygen sensor symptom. A bad oxygen sensor will cause a lack of engine power. It causes the ECU to misread the information and your car will have poor combustion. A bad oxygen sensor leads to weak engine performance, causing insufficient combustion, so whenever you feel it does not run with full power, the reason might be a bad oxygen sensor. Number 6. Lean mixture. A lean mixture is also a faulty oxygen sensor symptom. A bad oxygen sensor causes the ECU to misinterpret the input data, which sometimes leads to a lean mixture in the combustion chamber of the engine. This lean mixture will cause several engine-related problems such as poor idle, engine shaking, engine stalling, etc. Number 7. Rich mixture. A rich mixture may also cause oxygen sensor symptoms of failure. A faulty oxygen sensor may allow too much fuel into the combustion, causing a rich mixture. Over time, the byproduct of combustion like sulfur, carbon, and pill ashes can deposit on the oxygen sensor, which keeps the oxygen sensor from sending correct signals to the car ECU. As a result, a high amount of fuel is sent to the combustion chamber, causing rich mixture. Number 8. Black smoke. A cloud of black smoke is a symptom of a bad oxygen sensor. Black smoke exiting from the car exhaust is a sign that the fuel is not burned properly. Bad oxygen sensors lead to overfueling the combustion. As a result, all of the fuel will not burn, which causes black smoke and a rotten egg smell. It is because the amount of fuel present in the combustion chamber is higher compared to the air. The air burns fully, but the fuel remains unburned, which leads to black smoke. Number 9. Failing emission test. A failed emission test can also be an oxygen sensor symptom of failure. Some countries make the emission test obligatory to control environmental pollution. That is the reason the emission test is carried out. A bad oxygen sensor causes a failed emission test. It can lead to carbon monoxide and other toxic emissions which are unhealthy for humans. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share this video. Until next time.